When I was younger, I struggled with an eating disorder, and I learned early on that exercise helped me to feel better, both physically and mentally. I have found peace in my workouts, and many know me as someone who's very passionate about fitness, usually cardio and strength workouts. Getting physically uncomfortable in a workout has always been my comfort zone. When I was having a difficult time, I knew that I was usually just one workout away from feeling a bit of relief. But a little over a year ago, I decided to get out of that comfort zone and dig deeper into my yoga practice. Yoga has helped me to lean into those uncomfortable feelings a bit more. Let the silence rush over me, and I acknowledge my thoughts and feelings. Oftentimes, those feelings are sad, scary, and just plain difficult. But for me, I know if I accept those feelings, rather than trying to push them away, ignore them, shove them down, then I will be on my way to feeling a bit better. And if that doesn't work, I usually have a pup by my side, a kitty cat nearby, and there's always karaoke and a walk outside. So remember, it's okay not to be okay, and there are people out there for you, and your feelings are real.
Hello, my name is Natalie, and ever since middle school, I've struggled with anxiety and depression, and for the longest time, I was ashamed of it, and I was ashamed of my unhealthy coping habits, and I was ashamed of the fact that I never thought I was going to get any better. And it wasn't until I started embracing vulnerability did I realize that it is okay to not be okay. Oftentimes, when we think of mental health journeys, we just assume that it's just going to continuously get better, when in reality, it's a lot of ups and downs, and embracing vulnerability and being okay with not being okay is accepting the fact that those downs will be there, and learning how to cope with those downs. A way that I do that is through meditation. My favorite thing about meditation is that you can't do it wrong, whether it's just sitting down and just changing your rate of breath, or taking some time to listen to some guided meditative videos on YouTube or Spotify. I think that's a really healthy way of coping, and it's something that has changed my outlook on the control of my emotions. Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Sophie Huddleston, and my very best advice for if you're not feeling okay is to do something new and challenging, because it can really help your mind focus on something other than the negative thoughts that you might be having. Some examples of this are, I've recently been learning to juggle. I've learned in the past to solve a Rubik's Cube, play the ukulele, write with my non-dominant hand. The options are endless, and they can all be a lot of fun too. So I definitely recommend just trying something crazy, even if it sounds like it's just like a joke or might be goofy. Like, you'd be surprised with how much it can really help you and change your thought patterns. So I hope this works for you. I hope you try it, and just remember that it's okay not to feel okay.
Hi everybody, happy Mental Health Awareness Month. My name is Tally, and when I'm not feeling okay, the first thing that I do is stop moving. I'm a very busy and scheduled person, so it's really important for me to just take a break, recognize my feelings, and then write them down. So whether I'm journaling about my feelings, my thoughts, or just even writing a to-do list, it helps me so much to get the things I'm thinking about out of my head and onto paper. And then I also love taking walks outside in nature, whether I'm listening to music or just alone with my dog. That's a really helpful way for me to reset. And then a third thing that I do is just try to go to bed as early as possible. Even if I have loads of work to do, I'll push that work off until the next morning, because I recognize that my mental health is more important than any work I have to do. So I like to get to bed early. But during this month and every month of the year, it is so important to remember that you are never ever alone, and to always listen to your body and be compassionate to yourself.
I found skateboarding at a time in my life when I was truly struggling to get by, and it has changed my whole life since. I spent less time worrying, more time working hard at something that I loved. It surrounded me with great people and love, but most importantly taught me how to fight. Life is tough, but we are all in this together. Never give up on your dreams, and remember, it's okay to not be okay.
Hi, my name is Kaylee, and I've struggled with mental health for most of my life. I've struggled with depression, anxiety, anorexia, and a panic disorder. And as someone who has seen some pretty low moments, I've learned that it's okay to not be okay. Something that's really helpful for me is to be able to identify when I need help and not be afraid to reach out for help and support when I need it. And some people that are really helpful to me are my family. My family members, my friends, and my therapist, and it's just really important for me to always reach out for them when I need help, even though sometimes it can be hard and scary, just to know that I'm not alone and that I have people to love and care about me. So I encourage anybody who is struggling to not be afraid to reach out for help, because you deserve to get the help you need.
I'm Fiona. This is Parlay, and we're here to say it's okay not to be okay. I'm 17, but when I was 18 months old, I was diagnosed with a genetic disorder called neurofibromatosis, where tumors can grow on your nerves. I was on chemo 3 different times, and my depression and anxiety really started when I was on chemo in 5th and 4th grade, because I used to tell my mom that I felt invisible or I felt like I was in a box because I had no friends. But then when I was on chemo in 7th grade, it was really, really hard for me to make friends because I started my treatment right at the beginning of 7th grade. So it was very hard for me. And especially during all this COVID and everything, I lost so many friends, and my anxiety got way worse. My depression got worse. And I cope with this anxiety and depression by talking to my therapist, my parents, journaling, going on walks with Parlay. And I'm forever grateful for Pause for Patrick for helping me out with getting Parlay and being able to work with them. So I am here to tell you it's okay not to be okay. Bye. Say bye, Parlay.
Good morning. My name is Ellie, and I am a local mom and business owner, and I continue to struggle with anxiety. I've had it for most of my life, and I just didn't know how to define it or recognize it. I used to manage and cope by self-medicating with alcohol, and I have since shifted. I'm 4 years sober, and I have learned to acknowledge my anxiety, recognize it, and understand that it's okay to not be okay. So today I manage and cope with my anxiety by talking about it openly with my friends, realizing that life is busy and overwhelming, and that feeling of your heart racing and things feeling really busy and unmanageable is normal. Instead of drinking alcohol, I drink a lot of herbal tea, and I help myself by pausing, reconnecting with nature, taking walks, and resting. Really just pausing my life, putting down my phone, checking out from social media, and resting. So I now know that we all feel this anxiety, and it's normal, and it's okay to not be okay.